as you take your stand. Feel that rhythm as you twist and dance. Make the most of this chance. Oh, stomp your feet. Everybody just bounce to the beat. Feel that rhythm, you oh so sweet. Feel the love and romance. Oh.
My name's Sam Hunter, we are Beatnix, and this is sponsored by Korean Red Ginseng Vital Tonic.
Alrighty, welcome to the podcast, guys. We're here with Beatnix. So I've got Jack, I've got Sam, and I've got Brett. Guys, thank you for coming to the show.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
It's good to have you
so
guys.
great to be here, man.
So real quickly, we're going to get to know a little bit about you guys. But first, what was that song you just played for us?
Clap Your Hands, which is by a loop-based act called Wilk and Miskey.
Nice. You guys did a very, very good cover of it. You're all fantastic musicians. Jack, you're super impressive. I honestly don't know how you managed to do so many things at once.
Just way too much time on the tools.
Yeah. And like, lads, your voices are incredible. Honestly, I absolutely love it. So,
I like playing the trumpet in that song.
dude, it's so good. It's so good. All right. Well, I want to know a little bit about you guys individually first. So, Jack, let's start with you. Who are you? How long have you been doing music?
Gotcha. I picked up a guitar on my 12th birthday. I imitated something my dad was doing, and he went, "That would probably make a good birthday gift." And I picked it up and never put it down. Left school, went traveling, went busking, and I've just been gigging and busking pretty much ever since. Nowadays, it's more of the gigs and more of the working with these guys. Yeah. Great to be having the act together, and yeah, just loving life.
Man, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sam. Tell me a bit about yourself, mate.
Man, I was born and bred in Australia, moved around states, moved around the world. I've been singing and writing poetry all my life, but became a rapper in like 2007. I was living in Switzerland, got back to Australia and just kept grinding as a rapper, and then really just wanted to step back and be like, okay, I'm more of a singer and artist. So I rebranded as Sam Hunter in 2016 and started busking a little bit more, doing other gigs. Then I met Jack, and then through Jack, I met Brett, and we are now Beatnix.
That's awesome. Cool. And last but not least, Brett, tell me about yourself, man.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood bass player.
Virtuoso. Thank you very much.
I've been
far as I'm concerned.
playing around for quite a while, and I dabble in various genres, all sorts of different types of ensembles. I fell into bass by accident. I went to a performing arts school in Newcastle and used to do dance, and I had my eyes set on that as a career.
Yeah.
But I quit doing that, but had picked up bass just shortly before that. And I was 13 at the time, and I'm 33 now, so I've been playing bass pretty much 20 years on the dot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Started doing double bass, started doing orchestral stuff, which I still do to this day. And I was just hungry to sink my teeth into basically anything I could, be involved with.
Nice.
I definitely have my preferences. I love playing with these guys. This has been super rewarding. Now we're
I'm so glad you said that, Brett.
We're making the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Like, you guys are all fantastic musicians individually, but how did Beatnix form? How did you guys come together?
I had been sort of busking and playing around, settling into what can I make happen during COVID. Sam had evidently been doing the same thing. He had a night that he was hosting at a venue in the city. I started joining it. Basically, long story short, we did heaps of shows over those COVID lockdowns, even with the restrictions and everything.
Yeah.
Brett joined shortly after Sam and I hooked up. And
But he didn't even let me know. He was like, "Oh, so we're doing these shows duo, right?" I was like, "Yeah, man," because I went back from a 5-piece band that I was leading to, okay, wow, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
All right, Jack and I will do the show.
Well, Jack's like a one-man band.
One-man band. I'm Sam. He rocks up with a bass player, and I'm like, dude, was it you and I? Then anyway.
This was July. I hadn't played a gig since April, and that was like an online streaming thing. So I was just absolutely gagging for it. Like I need to perform. It's just something that is just absolutely essential. Otherwise, I go mental.
And I'm so glad you rocked up, man, because we killed that show. And then everyone kept coming up to us going, "Oh, how long you guys been playing together?" And we didn't really tell anyone.
Yeah.
And we just ran with it. And
That's
then, we decided on a name months later, but we had done quite a substantial amount of shows.
I think we'd done like 20 shows by the time we decided we should give the act a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, fantastic. Look, guys, it's definitely, like, even though it hasn't been around long, it definitely feels like you guys are very well versed with how each other act and perform and all that sort of stuff.
Thank you.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant to watch. Now, we're going to get to watch another one of your songs now. So can you tell me a little bit about, what is this next song? This is an original, isn't it?
This is. It's called Glow, and Jack originally started writing it one afternoon on the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I suppose it's sort of, I won't break it down in terms of arrangement, etc. But I brought a figure on the guitar, and we've been slowly workshopping into what it is now.
Yeah.
And hope you enjoy it how it is now. And we'll let you know when we've got the studio version ready for you.
take the feeling, the time that gets away from me, that falls apart too carefully to grow again, might become my marker or a token of what might have been, softly spoken with a caustic grin, and lost to the dirt. Well, I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe fortune is a plight, it seems. Maybe better just to hide your dreams than fall face first. But I know that's a lie, 'cause all you've got, it takes a tiny leap. Take a step toward the life you see, and glow again, to 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 glow.
Feel awake when I'm dreaming, psilocybin in a violet beam, torn by freedom either side of me. I'll grow in the end, make all my own distraction, carefully cater to the slightest need, thicker shell for every violent breeze. In this life I pretend, with the grace of a landslide, I feel protected by society. No more point in even trying. We are lost in this earth for every moment I lay here. Time wasted is not tragedy. Shed the weight of all the fallacy. I'll glow in the end, to glow again, to glow again, to glow again, to glow, to glow again, to glow again, to glow again, to glow.
Wow, guys, that is freaking awesome. I honestly, look, for your first original, right? That is brilliant. I freaking love it, dude. Honestly.
Thanks, Jackson.
Okay, and I got the pleasure of hearing it a couple of times as well. That's freaking awesome. Like honestly, tell me what went into writing the song.
I brought the sort of the main guitar figure in, and when you hear a studio version, there'll be some more guitars in there if I have anything to say about it. I think we bring the idea in. First thing is to get a loop going, get all three of us in the room, and just see what comes out.
Yeah.
I'm not a classically trained musician. I can't read sheet music. Brett here can read like a symphony. So, if I find something that sounds nice, I'll bring it to the guy who actually understands it.
Yeah.
Usually we'll figure something out, and then Sam and I are kind of taking the vocal, harmonies, all those sections, and arranging them at the same time, and we just kind of chuck ideas at the wall until something sticks, and when it sticks, we put it in the looper, and then kind of build arrangements
So
that way.
it's a really simple step-by-step how we're going to write this song, how we're going to arrange it. But Jack and I had spent quite a significant amount of time on our balcony that afternoon, and it was sunny, and we were listening to a whole lot of influential music at that time for us, and this was in lockdown, the last lockdown, and we'd both been going through. Brett hadn't lived with us yet, but we'd both been going through a whole lot, like an existential crisis, if you want to call it that. But
Yeah.
enough to just go, okay, so what is the meaning of what we're trying to achieve here? What is the meaning of life? Who are we? Humans, yada, yada. And we just started breaking down barriers and lyrics as we went. And it was quite instantaneous how the whole structure of the song and the writing came about, and the rhyme schemes and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was really organic, really awesome to write this with Jack, and then you came in and just made it even better.
Yeah, yesterday.
Fuck yeah.
No, that's sick. So it's really it has been pretty quick in the making too, right? That's awesome. Like, and only a couple of months to get the song like that, and it's really good to get it like that. I can't wait to actually see what you guys managed to make in a year or whatever it takes to get more out there.
We're working on it. We're in the studio.
Yeah.
It's good.
We're in 3 days from now, so we better get it right. So
Yeah. So that's going to be the final project of Glow in the studio. Is there anything else you've already started working on?
yeah,
A
your
couple little
track.
things, but
Yeah.
are we talking about that or not?
I mean, look, it's the first project we release. Glow will be one of the singles for sure. I think we can all agree on that. But we're a very diverse bunch of fellas, with our music, and we all like a whole lot of different music. So there's a lot to do, a lot to talk about, but we really want to keep it in as much as possible before it just comes out,
Yeah.
So get excited is what we're trying to say.
Let's throw a bunch at the wall, see what sticks.
Especially everyone in Korea, because
The red ginseng bottle tonic. Yeah.
I want to try some of this.
Look, go.
Should I just
open it up.
go in?
Yep, do it.
It's a bit late at night to be doing this, boys, but
Do you have work tomorrow?
when in Rome, just all right, so on the back it says,
Pop the lid.
pop the lid.
All right. I'll never sleep, so I'll try some later.
Ooh,
There you go. You got it.
can I just take one sip? Oh, yeah, it's nice. I don't want to have the whole thing because
No, that'll.
He's had the
Jack
whole
has gone and done it.
it's actually really good. Thank you for this wonderful product. I hope I'm up all night off one sip.
I would be.
The rest of this interview is going to be really energetic.
It is not meant to go back on the lid. I
No,
just
you meant to
want
finish the whole thing. That's right. Just leave it there.
Unless you force it.
That's for later. What is the funniest or weirdest thing you guys have ever done or have had happen to you guys in a performance?
You do a lot of different quirky shows.
I do. I've done all sorts of crazy stuff. I don't know if I can really talk about it. It's probably a bit NSFW. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just going through and it's just like, none of these will work safe.
I can tell you, so I come from like a hip hop background, right? And we rolled deep with a huge collective of different acts and artists in 2011 till 2014. My crew was called Decipher Us, and we were always headlining the shows. And we got to watch a whole bunch of different acts come through. And one of my really good friends who now is named Narcs Punk, he's gone into like metal again. Anyway, he's a hip hop act, but he came from like a goth metal screamo background, right?
Yeah.
So the first ever show I see him do, he comes out and just whacks himself in the head with the mic. And we're like, okay, full on, starts bleeding. And then he starts eating pins, like bobby pins or whatever, and he's like, yeah, doing this, and then he gets his, thing and staples it to his leg, and we're all just like, oh no. And he did the show, and all credit to Nonny back then as he went. He just did the show like bloodied, bruised, whatever. And it was entertainment shock value.
Absolutely.
But I was in the front row and I didn't want to see that.
That went somewhere I did not think it would.
I know.
Well, speaking of stuff we do actually want to see, we got one more song to hear from you guys. But first off, thank you very much for coming to the show. How can everyone find you on your social medias? Where can they find Beatnix?
Instagram, Beatnix, Beatnix. Just look that up everywhere. Beatnix.
And we will do the rest for you guys. Beatnix.
All right, and lastly, what is this final song you're going to play for us?
Beatnix. No, it's called De Evils, D' Evils, by Sir. If you've never heard of Sir, you should look him up. It's good.
If it ain't a party, then it's finna be. Never had no problem that I couldn't solve. It must be official if I get involved. Quarter pound of fire burning daily. Harder to remember, getting harder to remember. I've been through enough to drive me crazy. I don't think my mama's gonna save me. Maybe I'm not flying, but I'm floating. If we're not headed to the top, where we going? 2 miles an hour, can you picture me roll? Life is so much better when you live in slow motion. Go one spliff a day, keep that evils away. 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 Pardon me while I elevate. May not be on time, but I'm never late. Raising like the player that you wanna be. Raising like your baby mama cup of tea. You see this company I'm keeping now. Feeling like I'm dreaming, I keep feeling like I'm dreaming. Don't come around if you don't be around. I've been the man, you believe me now. Maybe I'm not flying, but I'm floating. If we're not headed to the top, where we going? 2 miles an hour, can you picture me roll? Life is so much better when you live in slow motion. Go one spliff a day, keep the evils away. 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 Can you picture me roll? Life is so much better when you live in slow motion.